You know, I seen a commercial yesterday, and I don't watch very much TV at all. It was actually on YouTube. It's an ad where Nike, you might have seen this before, Nike's making a commercial now that's saying something that I've been saying for a couple years now. An idea that I really very much embody in a lot of ways and have found very much truth in throughout my life the past several years. And something that was entirely unnatural to me when I first started. You see, this idea, it brings people together, it changes identities, it changes the world in many cases. Yet it's an idea, it's a concept, it's an embodiment that most people don't know. You see, this very concept is something that I believe as humans we have developed and adapted into over time in the most unnatural ways for the body, for the animal of the human. Meaning, it's not the animal that chose to adapt this idea, this concept, this way of being. It was the spirit. It was a spiritually based concept that we have came up with and understood and embodied for the results of creation, for the results of change making. Then this very concept, again, it's an ad, you might see it now that I've spoken into existence for you. This ad, this idea, this concept is that what if faith is what it's all about? What if having faith or the missions that lead us to having faith is all that we should ever be concerned with? What if the very idea of faith is our own embodiment of a higher timeline coming back to try and show us the right way? But in our current world, our current reality, we have to choose to believe and have faith because it's calling us up from above, and our physical world might be completely against what it is that we're being called to. Meaning, we might be trying to go for this and choose to have faith and be this individual, but our physical world doesn't line up with it yet. It doesn't seem to line up with it. In other words, you might be being called crazy by everybody you know. You might be throwing away things of value, right, that used to be valuable to you. You might be going away from habits and environments that used to mean so much to you. And your animal won't like that. The animal that is you. The animal that is a part of you. But you're not just an animal. In fact, you're very much more the observer, the spirit, the person that sees things into existence, the person, the individual, the spirit, the observer that has all the power. The actual being that is one with God, one with infinite intelligence. Not the animal who has got us all this way on an anatomical level, on a biological level, but is not all-powerful, is very capable, can do many amazing feats and everything else, but it is not the spirit, it is not the observer, it is not the all-powerful being, it is not one with infinite intelligence. And so what if it was all just a journey of creating and fostering internal faith? What if the entire point of life is simply to walk into faith and walk by faith and choose faith day by day, to which then you create and be a part of the realities you wish to see? You see, my friends, whether you're religious or not, this concept is all applying. Whether you will believe in positivity and spirituality and the positive nature of our spirits, or you don't, this concept is ruling your life. Because here's the essence of faith. Belief. Belief, imaginative belief. Knowing, not knowing, having beliefs about life and the world, your perception, your reality. How can I say that we do this on all sides and we're using it no matter what? Because take the person who is always condemning their life of bad luck. Do you think that that person has beliefs over them having bad luck? Without a shadow of a doubt. In fact, that's the very thing that creates that bad luck moving forward. They have an impression on their subconscious mind that says, oh, I have bad luck. At some point, someone told them that, or they picked that voice up to say, I have bad luck and I'm a victim and poor me, in some way, shape, or form. And now the emotional roller coaster that is life continues to reinforce that, because that's what their perception is looking for. You get into the science of it, it's your reticular activating system. Once something is brought to your attention, you then see it that much easier. Your friend buys a new car, now you start seeing those cars everywhere. It's a natural function of our animal. But when we allow ourselves to dumb down our spirit to where we're not choosing many conscious actions, and we fall into the anatomical bodily function of being fearful of realities that we don't entirely enjoy, we fall out of connection with our conscious thinking mind, and then we're just left up to the animal's choices, or really are the animal's feelings. And the animal feels a lot of messed up ways because it's just an animal and it's trying to survive. Even though we live in entirely unsurvival times, non-survival times, very much civilized times. So back to my original point, what if it was all just to help you have faith in the right things, to help you have faith in yourself, to help you have faith in a greater awareness, to help you help others have faith in a better world? What if the very essence, again, of faith is to create from within, to create holistically with the spirit in mind, create with the body as a unit, a tool, and the spirit as the control, as who's in control and observes into reality? You see, but our society teaches you that the animal is much more powerful and there is no observer. The observer is always there. We're always observing into existence. We will always be our spirit. But in many cases, the body can get in control and control our decisions, our habits, our thoughts, our patterns, our everything. And that's when someone is considered considerably a zombie, someone unconscious, someone who's not thinking for themselves, a sheep. But if we choose to live with God, if we choose to work with creation, if we choose to be the high-spirited individuals we're capable of being, regardless of the circumstance of the body, this is how we have faith. This is how we incarnate into different realities and timelines and lifelines. This is how we shift generational curses. This is how we change the world. This is how we change the world. But you don't have to worry about doing that if you don't want to. I mean, you can just stay over on the anatomical side, the bodily side, and allow life to kind of drive you. And sometimes things are okay and decent, but you really aren't happy in general. And sometimes things are really ugly, and you don't really know why. Now, am I saying that on the faithful side, things won't be ugly and things won't be confusing? No, there will be that too at times. But that's the very essence of having faith. It is seeing what is not able to be seen physically yet. It is having faith in the unknown, faith in the process as a whole, because you know who you're embodying. You have faith in the state that you are choosing to embody and coexist and move through life with. Whereas when you're living in the body and you're not very conscious, you don't know who you are. You don't know what you're creating. You don't know who you are incarnating into every day. You're just kind of shape-shifting throughout life and the different things that are exciting to you or fun or pleasurable. My friend, this is no way to live life. The Bible talks about the fleshly desires. That is exactly this. You see, many churches around the world claim to be faithful and of godly essence, but 7 deadly sins are surrounding their actions, the people's actions. You see, when we are slaves to the body, there's no way we can have true faith. The balance, the yin and yang, must be simultaneous. It must be understood. And we must understand that we are the observer. We are the one who chooses to have faith, not be stuck in the body. Because, my friend, if you're stuck in the body, You're only ever determined by what it is that the body wants. And that's not a way to live life. We are meant to be able to have faith. We are meant to be able to encourage others and create a better space for others. We are meant to have high energy. We are meant to be abundant. Go outside in nature. Look at the abundance everywhere you look. It doesn't matter the ecosystem. If you're in the desert, abundant sand, abundant sky. Everything is abundant in nature. Why is it that we as humans have created societies where we become lacking? Why is it that in a society built around nature, built from our human essence, built by humans, many people still live in lack? Mentally, spiritually, physically. It's because the body's desires are not spiritual capabilities. The body's desires are purely sense of pleasure and egotistical drive. Faith is meant to create and change and form into different things and help people and bring energy. But if the body's in control, you'll never have true faith. Move with faith, guys. You deserve it. Your world deserves it. Choose to show up today. Let's go.